Hi, I'm Lisa Sarges, author of Diary of a Fat Girl and the amazing relaxation CD, Relaxation with Lisa, both on Amazon. This is Star-Lord. Star-Lord. My amazing animals that I take care of the way I wish I was taken care of when I was a little girl. And I talk baby talk to them the same way I was never talked to as a child. And it's a way to kind of correct or make up for what we've lived through. So sometimes with our children or our animals, we'll try to make up for what we lived through with a narcissistic parent. It's the same way with an alcoholic or drug addicted parent. The pain is it's my other cat knocking things over. So much of a deficit. We're born into this world with a longing for affirmation, for someone to tell us that we matter and we're worth the trouble of raising. And when we have a parent who is constantly complaining or miserable or talking about how unhappy they are and turning us into their caretakers and psychiatrists, and the burden of trying to make them happy falls on us, it takes such a toll on our physical health. I don't look so good right now. I had some dental surgery. It's taking forever to heal. But I'm severely anemic. And yes, I'm going for iron infusions. My prediction is they'll do nothing. And they'll have to give me actual blood, packed red blood cells to correct this. But you have to go through the steps because insurance and blah, blah. Of course, there are scientific and physical reasons for any illness. Of course. I'm not a science denier. But I do acknowledge that there are spiritual reasons for our illnesses. And the psychic damage we suffered and not given ourselves permission to feel really upset about, those things turn into physical illnesses because energy is never lost. Energy goes somewhere. So it gets stored in our bodies. Anger, depression, rage, sadness, despair, anxiety, all the feelings that we weren't allowed to feel as children. Either we were too busy taking care of our unhappy, borderline psychotic, or drug addicted or alcoholic parent, thereby postponing our own feelings and pushing them aside, saving them for later. Where? Inside our bodies. Or we weren't permitted to express our negativity. Our parent would shame us, or I'll give you something to cry about. Did you ever hear that one? I'll give you something to cry about. Or you should be grateful, so many people have it worse. Or they were always allowed to cry and throw tantrums and feel sorry and be miserable. They get to express their feelings, sometimes violently. But we weren't. So where did that energy go? Into our bodies to be dealt with at a later time. And how do they surface? They surface as physical ailments. So we have the business of healing our hearts and our souls and our minds, as we get medical care. But all those medical interventions won't work permanently until we've expressed ourselves, expressed our rage, our sadness, our forbidden emotions. So how do we do that? I saw this preview for a show, some reality show, some spiritual orgy survivor type show, and one of the things they were doing was rage therapy. And now, of course, they're exploiting this for TV, making it look, fringe or frivolous or silly. Can we not? Can we not? I threw a tissue box at him. Rage therapy. It's screaming. It's basically just screaming and expressing rage and pounding something. Do we do that? No. And I know it's helpful. But sometimes most of the time, I still won't just scream and rage in the car. With the music on, no one can hear. That's how I've allowed my so-called negative emotions to be stigmatized and to not give myself permission to feel or express them. We need to be able to do that either alone or with a person, with a good counselor. Good luck with that, good counselor. I highly recommend Al-Anon. That is for the family and spouses and children of children of alcoholics. Narcissistic mothers, borderline personality mothers, I put them in the same category. I say those are qualifiers. And it's an excellent way to get free therapy. Do I go? Why not? Because I've become so self-sufficient and I can handle this on my own and I can tough it out on my own and my body's falling apart. We also kind of get addicted to the, oh, poor me, the whole victim persona and the, martyr persona. And we're so used to that. It's like, no, I'll be fine. I'll handle it. Well, we grew up having to do that. I'll be fine. I'll handle this. And the guilt we feel because it's apparent. And oftentimes they've alienated other people. Unless those other people are the flying monkeys, Flying monkeys is not a clinical term, but it's a term used in the world of survivors to talk about those who take the narcissist side and bask in the narcissistic, pathological narcissistic space of favor and, bonding and being able to put down the scapegoat persona. And so we're like, see, I know, I've been the scapegoat. Look what a good person I am to have allowed this psychotic parent to have put me down all these years. And look, I'm still standing. But are we? Are we about to topple over? Chronic inflammation, chronic pain, chronic illness. So I'm a work in progress, but I understand a lot about this, and at least I can advise or offer insight or things that I'm doing to try to heal. And I do recognize the things I still do to sabotage my own healing and to not allow myself to use the tools that would bring about healing, because I'm so self-sufficient and I shouldn't need that. You're not alone. You're not alone in this. And the only way to heal is to reparent ourselves, express our forbidden feelings, say nice things to ourselves over and over and over again, because every day of our lives that we were put down, scapegoated, blamed, brushed aside, ignored, talked over, we have to make up for that. So for every day that we suffered, we have to have now every day telling ourselves good things about ourselves. Good luck with that, because I struggle with that a lot. You know, doing the comfort rub. Doing the comfort rub. This. Or the good for you. I'm doing it more often? Yes. Yes. Good job. That was really smart of you. I love how you do those things for me. I say that to myself. Am I doing it often enough? I don't think so. Not with this raging anemia that I'm suffering, and the fact that I'm still caring for my 96-year-old mother, who is difficult, to say the least. Keep on keeping on. We can win. We can heal. But will we?